Hey guys, good evening. I welcome you to a little quick flight from Bremen to Lubeck tonight with this TBM850, November 2 for Alpha Lima. And actually there's two reasons for it, because I just landed from a flight from Sweden to Basel, and we landed in the fog on a category 3L ILS Autoland, and I thought I'd just do the same thing here in Bremen, which is also foggy. And the second thing I want to try out is actually put beyond ATC through the paces and see how it works. So it's time to shine beyond ATC. And I've filed a flight plan into debrief. I didn't prepare anything at all, so I'm just going to take it from scratch and just take it as we go along and just see how everything goes. Yeah, so let's start the flight. Okay guys, so we're sitting in the TBM now and let's get on with it. I just already started up the plane, or started the batteries and turned on the radio, and we'll listen to the ATC at first, and it's going to be the first time I listen to beyond ATC ATC. So ATC is 132.380. Let's get that on, and
04.
There it is.
Dew point 04.
We're going to Lubeck
QNH 1037. Landing and departing runway 09er. Transition level 050. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information hotel.
And it's going to be hotel. And it's going to be the
Bremen Airport Information Hotel. 1415 Zulu.
Right.
Wind variable.
So
mist. Ceiling 200 overcast.
So ground is going to be the entity that's going to be giving us clearance today. So we'll ask for clearance now. Bremen ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima, type TBM850, information hotel on board, requesting I4 clearance to Lubeck. And let's see how beyond ATC is doing here.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, Bremen ground. Thanks for hotel. Expect runway 09er, Jest 8. Mike departure. Initial climb to flight level 060. Squawk 1000.
Cleared to Lubeck by the Jest 8 Mike departure. Runway 09er. Initial climb 6000. Squawking 1000. November 2 for Alpha Lima. So 1000.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
I'll call you back when ready for start or taxi. November 2 for Alpha Lima. So 6000 we already have, and let's enter the flight plan before we start up this plane. Import, debrief, okay. So we get Jest 8 Mike, and it's going to be from runway 09er, which is all correct, so that is all set. Cool. QNH is 1037, should set that because the altitude is not really correct now. 1037. So we got that all set, and now I guess we'll have a look at the checklist. And I'm gonna go just directly after engine start, go before takeoff checklist. I'm gonna have a look at that later on. So what about the flight plan? We have a departure. We go in runway 09er. As we just heard, Jest 8 Mike departure by the Gesto transition. So this is gonna be the one here. Gesto transition is over here probably. Yeah, there is Gesto. From Gesto we are going to Nolgo, and Nolgo there we're going to join the Nolgo 1 Romeo arrival, which is this one here, taking us to HL145, HL165, which is going to be the initial approach fix, I guess, for the ILS of runway 25 into Lubeck. Yeah, it's an initial fix there. So that's roughly the plan. We'll have a look at it in more detail later on. And now we ask for engine start. Ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima, request engine start. Engine start, we will need prop RPM to the
November
max.
2 for Alpha Lima, startup approved, call when ready for taxi.
Startup is approved, and I will call when ready for taxi. November 2 for Alpha Lima. So prop RPM to the max. We'll hit navs and strobes just to be sure that everybody knows that we are starting our engine here. Then we will have to set the aux fuel pump to on, ignition to auto, and then hit the starter to just start the engine. We'll wait for the propeller to turn. There it goes. And at this stage we will monitor the NG. NG is rising here, and as soon as it stabilizes around 15 to 20, we will introduce some more fuel into, there it is, to low idle. So, now watch ITT not to get a hot start, and it's peaking out in the green today at 721. Perfect, it's a cool start. NG is rising up here, and as soon as we hit 50, we're going to go to high idle, which is going to be soon. Now, high idle. At this stage we can turn off the starter, the generator can come on, aux fuel pump will go to auto, fuel selector auto, and we shift to the fullest just to check that it works. Yes, it does. We will activate all the gyro instruments. The taxi light can come on at this stage, and the EFS master is going to be set now as well. And pitot 1 and pitot 2. The rest we will have a look at later while we're taxiing or just before we take off. Okay, now AP master is going to come on, and all the EFS or ECS instruments will also come on. Set now, and I don't recall what flight level I filed. I'm not sure whether it was 9 or 0, and if it's 9 or 0, I don't have to change anything here at the pressurization. It's going to be enough. So the plane is set, we got the flight plan inserted, we are actually ready for taxi now. Bremen ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 09er, taxi via Sierra Alpha.
Runway 09er, taxi via Sierra and Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima. So where's Sierra Alpha?
Negative, taxi via Sierra Alpha.
But that's what I said. Runway 09er, taxi via Sierra and Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima. That's always been the problem with this Beyond ATC, that it doesn't understand when we get taxi instructions. Okay, but Sierra's here, I guess, so I have to make a U-turn and get back here, and then just go Sierra and then Alpha. Okay, checklist. We're gonna just do that later on. We said. Just have a look around here, what's going on traffic-wise. We have some planes over there. Beyond ATC has traffic injection as we speak, but I haven't heard anything as yet. So let's see if there's more traffic while we're on our way. Parking brake kick off, and we'll actually do this U-turn here around this car. Sorry to just hit you, I didn't want to do that, but I did. Beautiful guys here, look at that. This is Bremen. And we're gonna try to not hit this guy. And Alpha Sierra's gonna be here, I guess. Not sure, but I think it is. Otherwise it's gonna yell at us. Bremen. Nice airport here, guys. Turkish Airlines over there, Ryanair. And it's going to be left on Alpha here, so we're going to turn left here. And the next going to be ground, tower. And he's going to probably hand us over to tower just in a couple of minutes. So while we taxi, let's just have a look at the before takeoff checklist. So we get the condition lever is high idle, we get the propeller to feather, so we don't do that today. Flaps will come to takeoff. Flaps 1, perfect. Trims are set, which is okay. De-ice we will require today, so I'm going to turn all the icing equipment on today. Inertia separator we have to turn on because we're going to go through some moist air here and some low clouds or fog, so there's a risk of getting ice into the engine, so we'll have the inertia separator on. It should come up on the CAS here on the annotated panel. Then AP pre-selectors we can turn on. We're going to hit Alt, Flight Director and Nav mode, and battery is charging, so we are actually almost done here. Now he should hand us over. Inertial separator. Here's the holding point, and at this stage actually should be handing us over to tower. Come on, beyond ATC. Do your magic. So far, no handover. Why not? Okay, beyond ATC. That's not cool. So let's do it ourselves. Bremen, Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, holding point 09er, ready for departure. So left-tick, lights.
November 24 Alpha Lima. I didn't get that.
Are you kidding me? Bremen, Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, holding point 09er, ready for departure. Are you kidding me?
November 24 Alpha Lima, Bremen Tower, wind variable, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 09er, clear for takeoff, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Yeah, so left-tick, lights we got on. We got the air set, yes. We don't need the pressurization today. F, flaps, takeoff, trims we set, and inertial separator is on. CAS messages, only the separator and the parking brake is going to come off as we speak. So let's go clear right, clear left. And actually there's no chatter here, yeah, there's traffic, but I can't just hear anything at all, so a little bit disappointed at this stage actually. And we are actually cleared to go, so takeoff power set, airspeed is alive, and we will aim for a rotation speed of 85 knots, and we will rotate at that stage. Bye bye Bremen, we are going here. 80, 85, rotate, positive climb, tap the brakes, gear up. Look at that, guys, beautiful here Bremen, and we're entering clouds here. Passing 120 knots, flaps can come up, and we will actually introduce the 850 mode. Watch the torque not to over torque here. And at this stage we can just turn the yaw damp and IS mode on. We are set to go. Perfect. Look at that, guys.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Bremen radar departure 124.8.
Bremen radar departure 124.8, November 24 Alpha Lima, bye bye. Bremen radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, passing 1200.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Bremen radar departure identified. Climb to flight level 090.
Climb flight level 090, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, so far so good. The thing that strikes me just as a first feeling is that you just really hear, you get the quick feedback, you just get a quick response from beyond ATC. You don't get that at St. Tensions. Sometimes it just takes ages before you get an answer from ATC. And beyond ATC really is quick here. Okay, so we are out of the cloud layers. We can turn off the inertial separator. Done. De-icing equipment as well. And we over-torqued it. Well done on me, because I turned off the inertial separator and the torque just went up. Not good at all. Always watch the torque, guys. And look at that. Isn't this nice, guys? So we will pass the trans level, which was given us at transition level is 50. What does that mean? It means that we can actually change from local altimeter setting to standard, which is 1013, while we pass 5000. And we're going to set it now actually. So standard bar pressure is set now. And to takeoff climb. We have the takeoff torque and power is set up here. These are the limits, and we have the 850 mode on. So we have that, and we have to watch ITT not to go over under 840 degrees, which all is okay. So checklist: the landing gear is up, flaps are up, 850 is on, yaw damper is on, separator is off, taxi lights can come off, and we'll actually turn the landing lights as well off now. Press check, we don't need that because we're going to stay low. De-ice we just turned off, and the oxygen we don't need, and we have already set standard, which is 1013. Perfect. Yes, so guys, we are on our way. What is happening as next? We are still on our departure, which was
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Bremen radar 125.1, bye bye.
Bremen radar on 125.5, November 24 Alpha Lima, bye.
Negative, Bremen radar on 125.1.
Sorry. Bremen radar on 125.1, November 24 Alpha Lima, bye bye. Perfect, so we corrected me. Cool. Bremen radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, passing 7,000 for 9,000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, say altitude.
Yeah. Passing 7,000.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Bremen radar. Good day, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 090.
Continue climbing, flight level 090, November 24 Alpha Lima. You know what, guys? I am actually really disappointed. There's no chatter. There's no
Lufthansa 6 Lima Foxtrot. Contact Langen radar 127.6. Have a good day.
As we're speaking of the devil.
Contact Langen radar 127.6, Lufthansa 6 Lima Foxtrot. Bye bye.
Okay, so we are on the departure, and we just briefed that quickly before going to Gesto the null-go, and let's just ask for direct null-go. Bremen radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, request direct null-go. See if that goes with him or not.
November 24 Alpha Lima, confirm direct to null-go.
Affirmative.
November 24 Alpha Lima, roger, clear direct to null-go.
Clear direct null-go, November 24 Alpha Lima. Null-go, direct. Perfect, so that's going to be a quick, or a little bit of a shortcut. Save some fuel here. Really nice here.
Flyer 93 Alpha Uniform, contact Bremen radar 119.825.
Contact Bremen radar 119.825, Flyer 93 Alpha Uniform. Have a good day.
And this is going to be our arrival. It's going to be the null-go 1 Romeo arrival. And that looks like so. Null-go at flight level 110 or not above. From there we're going to Rarup, and we're gonna hit HL 145, which has to be above 4,000, and then HL 165, and that's gonna be, if I recall correctly, the initial approach fix for runway ILS runway 25. Yeah, it is exactly.
Bremen radar, Nordic 41 Bravo. Good day, flight level 340.
HL 165 is an initial approach.
Eurowing 6 Charlie Golf, contact Bremen radar approach 134.255.
IAF.
Contact Bremen radar approach 134.255, Eurowing 6 Charlie Golf.
From there it's going to be the intermediate fix, which is this
Nordic
one here.
41 Bravo, Bremen radar contact.
And then a Roxham, which is the final approach fix. Also see on the profile view here, Roxham with this Maltese cross is the final fix where we're actually going to hit the glide slope for the ILS runway 25. So we can brief the approach a little bit later on as well. Just have a look outside. Beautiful, guys. Look at that. There is some fog over here.
Eurowings 3 Zulu Romeo, contact Bremen radar approach 134.255.
And actually,
Contact Bremen radar approach 134.255, Eurowings 3 Zulu Romeo.
shut up now for a while and speed up the process, and I'll see you back when we, or just before we start the descent. Yeah, before we do that, before I shut up, maybe I'll just load the procedure, which is going to be the ILS-25 into Lubeck. And it's going to be transition HL165, we just saw that.
Bremen radar, Spinnaker 54 Papa, flight level 390.
And you see that HL165 is the initial fix, and the Roxham is a FAF.
Spinnaker 54 Papa, Bremen radar identified.
And so we'll hit the frequency.
Lufthansa 7 Mike, contact Bremen radar 119.825.
And while
contact Bremen radar 119.825, Lufthansa 7 Mike.
we have the localizer frequency 111.7, which is set. We have the final course, which is going to be 2490. We're going to set that right now. So now
Bremen radar, City 94 Golf, flight level 090.
249. Course knob, turn it to 249.
CT94 Golf, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 240.
249. And then we're going to go back to nav.
Climb to flight level 240, City 94 Golf.
So we are set for the ILS. Okay, let's just quickly see what we have more here. We got the ATC, and we should listen to the ATC before we come there. So let's set the ATC and set that in COM2 119930. 119930. Set that to COM2, active. Switch back to COM1 because we'll listen to it. And now we listen or monitor COM2. So we should be able to get... No, we shouldn't. There's no ATC whatsoever. Not yet. Maybe because we're not in range as yet. So let's wait for that.
Bremen radar, airhop 13, Yankee Golf, flight level 312.
Okay, so we're going to listen to ATC.
Yankee Golf, Bremen radar identified.
What about checklists? We are cruising now along. We are at 121 torque, almost 120, which is okay. We have 2000 RPM. Yep. Then we get 104% NG. Yes. And not above 840, which is okay. 793 is completely fine. And we would be able actually to reduce propeller RPM during cruise to 160, but I'm not going to do that now. So cruise power is set. Press we don't need fuel is okay. Let's switch to the fullest just to see that it works. Yes, it does. De-ice, we will need that when we are on descent, and oxygen we will not need that at this stage. Okay, so next one's going to be descent. Yeah, so we were just here. We got the final approach course, and at Roxham it's going to be the final fix on 3,000 feet, and that's where we're going to intercept the glide slope. We got the Maltese cross. Minimums. What are the minimums today? So we are
Bremen radar, Portugalia 562, good day, descending via Rips 2 Delta, flight level 310.
So we are category A, and we can actually
November
expect
24 Alpha Lima, Bremen radar, expect Nolig 1 Romeo, runway 25.
Expect Algo 1 Romeo, runway 25, November 25 Lima. So they give us this arrival to expect. It's not clear, but we're expecting
Portugalia
this.
562, Bremen radar identified.
So yeah, where we?
Nordic 1 Kilo Sierra, contact Copenhagen Control 119.43. Have a good day.
Altitude, which is a decision.
Contact Copenhagen Control 119.43, Nordic 1 Kilo Sierra.
Runway. The RVR is going to be 800 today. So we have to have a visual range of the runway of 800 meters in order to be able to land in Lubeck today. Alright, so we have briefed the approach, and since we know that we actually have to hit the final approach fix, which is Roxem 3000. Let's just enter that into the vCalc. So Roxem 3000. If we want to descend at 1500, he gives us a top of descent in 10 minutes, which we will see here. This is top of descent, so we don't have to do that yet. Beautiful, guys, look at that. And see if we have...
Good afternoon, Bremen radar, City 1920, descending via North to Alpha flight level 318.
The ATC is active now, we can listen to that now.
1415 Zulu.
City 1920 Bremen radar contact.
Broken. 700 overcast. Temperature 06. 2.06. QNH 1037. Landing and departing runway 25. Transition level 050. Advise on initial contact to have information, Romeo.
And we get Romeo. Okay, so just...
Blanket the airport information, Romeo. 1415.
Just repeat that once again. We have Romeo, 1037 is the QNH, transition level is 50, so we're gonna reset standard to local when we hit 5,000 feet, and yeah, just see what they give us. So far, Beyond ATC is doing a good job. I was expecting more traffic, more chatter, but it's, I guess it's an early phase of this other traffic injection, so probably it's going to be more in a later stage. Look at this, guys. Cloud surfing today over Germany, coming into Lubeck, which is on the Baltic Sea. Is that true? Yeah, so this is everything we set in our GTN. So Nolgo, Rarup, and then HL145, HL165, which is the first fix. Or the
Edelweiss 315 Delta, contact
fix.
Amsterdam radar 119.175.
Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175, Edelweiss 315 Delta.
So we're still far away from our top of descent. So when we get descent, what do we have to do? We have to set the
Bremen radar Black Pearl 687 descending via reach to Delta flight level 320.
which it already is actually, so we don't have to do anything there. DIs, we will actually set that because we're going to pass some clouds and we're going to pass some fog here, so we need to activate our EDIC equipment. Fuel will be checked and we have enough of fuel, so that's not going to be an issue. And landing lights we will set on below 10,000, which we are, so as soon as we're going to start our descent, we will actually turn on landing and taxi lights, just to be sure. And as the altimeters, we will set local QNH when we pass transition altitude, which is going to be 50. We had information Romeo, and QNH was 1037.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Bremen radar 119.825. Have a good afternoon.
Radar on 119.825, November 24 Alpha Lima, bye bye. 119.825. 119.825. Bremen radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight level 090, inbound Rarup. Let's see what happens.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Bremen radar contact.
Yeah, so far Beyond ATC is going really well. It's doing a good job. The only thing that I've noticed as an issue in earlier flights is taxi instructions. When you read back taxi instructions, almost always he doesn't understand you. Maybe that's because
Bremen radar, Nordic 87 Golf, flight level 340.
Say Tensions picks it up all the time, and
Nordic 87 Golf, Bremen radar identified.
Has issues. So where are we from our top of descent? Still far away. Oh, I guess we'll wait. So what's the temperature outside? We have plus 2 degrees. And just have a look at the airport, Lubeck, EDHL, which is Lubeck, The frequency we have,
Top Swiss 13 Quebec Delta, contact Bremen radar 125.8.
So we are on radar.
Contact Bremen radar 125.8, Top Swiss 13 Quebec Delta.
The approach, so the approach frequency, is it going to be this one here, 119.510? Guess we'll see. Yeah, tower is going to be on 128.705, and then ground on 121.780. Weather-wise, we have QNH. We saw that already. QNH is 1037, so we know this. What about the visibility? We have good visibility, but yeah, there you go. We have an overcast layer at 300 feet, 2 AGL, which is going to be the fog. So we're going to be going to land into fog today in Lubeck, which is going to make it cool. And so it's going to be 2.5 for us today. After that, we're going to just go on Charlie probably.
November 24 Alpha Lima 01 Romeo runway 25. Report ready for descent.
01 Romeo for runway 25. We are ready for descent.
November 24 Alpha Lima 01 Romeo runway 25.
Yeah.
Verify ready for descent.
Yeah. Verify ready for descent. November 24 Lima.
November 24 Alpha Lima 01 Romeo runway 25.
That's
Verify ready for descent.
November 24 Alpha Lima is ready for descent. So that sucks. That's beyond ATC.
November 24 Alpha Lima 01 Romeo runway 25. Verify ready for descent.
That's where beyond ATC is just really sucks. I can't just say differently.
01 Romeo, runway 25. Call when ready, November 24 Alpha Lima.
But I am ready, so just...
Lufthansa 7 Mike, contact Bremen radar 125.8.
If you just don't say the exact words, you will not understand. And that's, I have issues with that. I really have issues with that.
November 24 Alpha Lima, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1037.
Descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1037, November 24 Alpha Lima.
November 24 Alpha Lima, QNH 1037, expect the ILS runway 25 with the HL 165 transition.
QNH 1037, expect ILS runway 25 with the HL 165 transition. November 24 Alpha Lima. See, you didn't understand that
Negative
as well.
QNH 1037.
Oh my god. QNH 1037.
Nordic 57
Guys, over at Beyond ATC, please just fix this, because
Contact
it's really
Copenhagen Control 119.43, Nordic 57
you're
Golf
reading it
Whiskey.
back properly in a way, and it's not really that I slurred the speech today, well, a little bit actually, but he should understand us and he doesn't, so you have to really say the exact words, and if you don't, it's not going to understand us, and that kills the immersion. So Beyond ATC, I think you need to put your focus on this, because it really doesn't
Nordic
work.
87 Golf, contact Copenhagen Control 119.43.
So, descent
Contact Copenhagen
checklist.
Control 119.43, Nordic 87 Golf.
Set the ice equipment we're going to put on now, because we're going to enter icing conditions soon. We have switched to fullest. We've done that. Local QNH can come on now, so 1037, because transition altitude was 50 and we're almost there. So 1037. Good. And now we can just turn all the lights
Bremen
on
radar,
as well.
Scandinavian 65 Delta. Good afternoon, flight level 380.
And I guess the next going to be
Scandinavian
so
65 Delta, Bremen radar identified.
Standby COM 1. So he gave us 5,000, and we should actually reach approximately 3,000. So see if he gives us more descent. And we are cloud surfing today, guys. This is beautiful. And I hope you're enjoying the flight so far, guys. And I thank you for coming along this evening from Bremen to Lubeck. 26th on Boxing Day. 20 years from today, there's a bad accident over in Asia, and here we sit just surfing the clouds. Totally different world. The sun's going down. And this is a beautiful plane. TBM850, November 2020. Just love it. So, what are we waiting for as the next? We will turn to the left on HL165. He said expect, not cleared, so we're not cleared the ILS as yet. So 850 mode can come out now because we don't need that anymore. So what more to expect? So before intercepting the localizer, which is the next phase of the flight, the landing speeds, which I just checked, we have local altimeter, we have that, fuel selector, fullest tank, 850 mode is disengaged, flaps takeoff, we'll do that when we just hit the glide slope. Prop is to full RPM, which is set, and landing lights are all on. So this is all good to go. Now we're going to actually slow up a bit. Just maybe 200 should be okay. Got the lights on, got everything set. So the fullest tank is actually the right. So are we on right? No, we're not. So let's just set the right. Perfect. Take a left turn here. And we are at 5,000 feet, and I don't like that because we should be at 3,000 feet. And I'm not sure why he just...
November 24 Alpha Lima, descend to 3,500 feet, QNH 1037.
Descend 3,500 feet on QNH 1037, November 24 Lima. Yes, he understood us. Yay!
November 24 Alpha Lima, clear direct Hell 165, cross Hell 165 at or above 3,500 feet, cleared ILS runway 25.
Cleared direct HL165, cross HL165 at or above 3,500 feet. Cleared ILS 25 approach, November 25 Lima. Oh, thank God. So we're going to HL165 and we're cleared the approach, so at this stage we can actually arm the approach. We're at 3,500. Set. Perfect, then we can engage the approach now. So, perfect, we're coming in on a 30 or more 45 degrees angle to the final approach course. We are already captured it, we captured the final approach course. It's alive and coming in, perfect. And we're soon going to enter some IMC here, guys. Some low layer clouds and some fog. And at this stage we have the glide slope alive, and we can actually set, yeah, the speed should be okay, flaps takeoff, and as soon as we hit the glide slope we're going to lower the landing gear, and then at that stage it's going to hand us over the tower, which we already set into COM 1, standby 128.705, perfect.
Alpha Lima, contact Lubeck Tower 128.705.
Lubeck Tower on 128.705. MSFS2020 November 25 Lima.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Lubeck Tower, wind 175 at 4, runway 25 cleared to land.
That was quick. Runway 25 cleared to land, November 24 Lima. So, let's get outside. Flaps full. Three greens, and this is nice, guys. We have sundown and it is foggy and there's some low layer clouds and we don't see anything. There's no runway ahead, so it's gonna be a it's gonna be a minimums landing here today. So what about the checklist? Just quickly, landing check flaps are full. We have landing gear down green. Prop control is full. A yaw damper can come off at this stage. Speed will check and everything else is good. We get all the lights on and we should turn the inertia separator on, but I'm not going to do this now. Maybe lower the lights a bit so that we have optimal visual settings here. Yeah guys, so what do you like about this flight so far? Lovely, quick Boxing Day flight from Bremen to Lubeck in this really nice and really well made aircraft, TBM850 November 25 Lima. And testing beyond ATC, and so far I have to say it was okay. Just the taxi trucks and a couple of handovers were weird, but so far it's actually not bad. And let's set the ground frequency to standby, so we have that to go. And just have a look at this chart, see what it gives us. And as I recall, beyond ATC was weird in taxi instructions to parking areas, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen today. Yeah. In the meantime, we're on the auto marker. Still no visual of the runway, and as you recall, we have a minimum altitude of 394. Minimums was today in Lubeck. Where is it? 294. So we get 294. And a decision height of 200, which is correct. And there is the runway. And not only that, it's not only the minimum, so we have to see the runway before we reach decision altitude or decision height, but we also have to be able to see the runway. We have to see or have a runway visual range of 800 meters as per the chart. And 800 meters, somewhere I read, if you see all the approach lights, you're going to be fine. And actually I see them, yeah. And I guess you see them as well, guys. So we have Lubeck here, and we're going to turn off the autopilot at this stage. It's a little bit too fast. Yeah guys, so welcome to Lubeck. So what do you like about this flight? What do you think about beyond ATC? And I was expecting more traffic. Maybe because I'm used to say intentions where traffic and chatter can be really annoying, actually. And here was actually scarce, so nothing in Bremen, and we'll see here in Lubeck if there's anything here, if we hear somebody here chatter. So far on the tower frequency, nada. We'll see if there's anybody around here on the ground. A little bit of crosswind, 6 knots here. Should be okay. Center line. Beautiful landing, guys. Welcome in Lubeck. We're going to try and exit on Charlie, and he's going to hand us over to ground. And see what kind of taxi instructions beyond ATC is going to give us today. Yeah, and Lubeck is also a really nice little airport. But there's no traffic here, no injection here. Zero, nada, niente.
November 24 Alpha Lima, exit right next available taxiway.
Exit right, next available taxiway, November 24 Alpha Lima. So we did on Charlie, I think.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact ground 121.78.
Ground 121.78, November 24 Alpha Lima. Lubeck ground, cleared runway on Charlie, request taxi to the GA apron. So St. Tensions would actually manage this. See what actually beyond ATC
November 24 Alpha Lima, welcome to Blankensee, say parking or advise if need assignment.
To the GA ramp, please. It's not gonna.
November 24 Alpha Lima, say again ramp number.
Any ramp will do fine.
November 24 Alpha Lima, ramp 0, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Ramp 0, pilot's discretion, November 24 Alpha Lima. So what is ramp 0? Have no clue. Let's have a look. Taxi, parking stands. So this is actually, that has always been weird on Beyond ATC. There is no ramp 0, or I'm just not able to see it. And that has always been the problem with Beyond ATC. It gives us weird parking spots. Where is ramp 0? There is no ramp 0, so we're just gonna go on our own. Whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still not really into Beyond ATC because yeah, you have to really stick with their sentences. If you don't stick with their sentences, they will not understand you, and the ramps are non-existent on airports. Yeah, I have to say I'm more fond of St. Tensions at the moment. I'm sorry to say, guys, but just maybe this is a little bit of motivation for you guys to change things. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Beyond ATC. So please make your ATC software even better. It is good, but maybe even better. Yeah, guys. So welcome here in Lübeck, Blankensee. Nice little airport on Boxing Day in this beautiful TBM850, November 2021. I wish you pleasant Christmas, the rest of it at least, and also Happy New Year. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye bye.